sit down and watch TV. Familiar faces comfort me. Miss my...
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Cartoons and Cereal. I am your host, as always, Joey. And as you guys know, Season 2 has been all about bringing new people in, hearing new experiences, and this week's not any different. And also, you see the Joes. You see the Joes in the back. So this week, I have a special guest on. We met at Toy Tuber Expo last year, and he said, honestly, not to brag, but he said that I have one of the best handshakes he's ever had. And he can confirm that in a second. One of the best toy photographers, in my opinion, and I'm gonna say in the world. I'm putting my name on it, Mr. SirDork, Mr. SirDork.
Yeah, Mr. It's Mr. SirDork.
Damn, my
Professor SirDork.
Professor SirDork.
You know, I remember the handshake now. I really do, because like, you know, sometimes you get like, there's the handshake is kind of like, it's either too hard or if it's just like kind of like and so it's like a whoosh. And yeah, it was good. It was good. So anyway, yeah, thanks for having me on. And I like your Joe's O's over there too. That's from Trader Joe's?
Yeah.
I like Trader Joe's. I shop there a lot. Trader Joe's is awesome.
I've actually never been to Trader Joe's. I just saw them on Amazon and I bought the box because they have my name on it.
Oh,
yeah.
There's do you have any Trader Joe's near you? You must, because I've got some near me. We're not too far from each other, right?
We have a couple. There's one like maybe 15-20 minutes away from me, but they are building one in my town, so I'll be able to
check it out. They got good stuff. They got good stuff.
I hear that. I hear it's like actually pretty legit. So I will eventually. I'm sure. But thanks for coming on the show. I really appreciate that.
Of course, man. Thanks for the invite.
I don't know if you need really any type of introduction, but if you want to introduce yourself to the people as to what you are, I'm pretty sure a lot of people already know who you are. But
I mean, that if so, then that's awesome. But I'm not going to pretend and think that everyone does, because that would. Can you imagine the point where anyone gets to the point where they think everyone already knows who they are? That's bad. But my name's Jared, and I go on online. I go by SirDork. I've got a YouTube channel where I make videos about action figures. It's kind of like a combination of like reviewing a toy plus doing toy photography and some other stuff like that. But mainly revolving around taking pictures of toys. But that's pretty much me.
All right. Hey, if you guys have not already subscribed, go check out SirDork. He has some really awesome content. Really awesome.
Thanks. I appreciate it, man.
Of course. So, as I've told you before we started, this show does not have any type of script, but I do ask the same one question to everybody, and then we kind of go from there. But what was your Saturday morning? Like, what did it look like? Were you I wake up at 7 a.m. and I sit on the side of the bed and pop open the cereal? Was I a Pop-Tarts person? What was your lineup?
I feel like there were several different eras of Saturday mornings, but the thing that I'm thinking of Saturday morning the most. So I was born in 1992, so we're around the same age group, but we didn't have cable. We had just whatever either rabbit ears would get in, but I don't know if it was like Fox or what, but there was this thing called One Saturday Morning, and they would play. It was just like a series of cartoons. And Recess was on during one Saturday morning. What the heck else was on during that time? But it's funny. I remember like the theme song thing to One Saturday Morning more than anything else. But Recess was such a good show. But as far as cereal is concerned, we most of the time we got like the crappy generic version of if I wanted like corn. I remember one time my mom bought like a generic version of Corn Pops, but I didn't even like Corn Pops very much, but they were called Corny Toots, which was absolutely wild to me. But that sticks in my head for whatever reason. But I think my favorite cereals were pretty on point with most people. Like I loved Reese's Puffs. I loved Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Top 5.
And those are still up there, and I love all the new versions they come out with now. Like there's like Sugar Cookie Toast Crunch. Come on, man. That's so good. It's so
Is
good.
it?
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
See,
But
this is
I think you can only find it during the holidays though. So if maybe you go to Ollie's or something, you might find it. But
mm,
I would recommend. But yeah, favorite cereal is usually those those ones.
okay. Okay, I've never heard of that sugar. You say sugar cookie?
Sugar cookie toast crunch. It's just like cinnamon toast crunch, but they're
Yeah,
if you walk down the cereal aisle in 2026,
it's
it's you'll find all of your recognizable brands like Fruity Pebbles, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but they're all like tons of different flavors of that. Like Cinnamon Toast Crunch has like the sugar cookie toast crunch, and they have a chocolate toast crunch, and they have a this toast crunch, this, and that's just it's a very trending thing where it's like lots of different flavors, but still the same like recognizable box IP or whatever. And I think it's kind of interesting. I kind of enjoy it.
I've never. I feel like as an adult, I feel scared to go down that aisle. 'Cause, like,
You should check it out. You might be overwhelmed, especially if you haven't done it in a while. You'd be surprised. Like just at
That's
Walmart or whatever, just go check it out.
that's why I feel like Walmart's probably the worst place to go to, because I feel like there's even more stuff in what like that than regular. Like that scares me.
Dude, I actually I really enjoy it. Like I like grocery shopping, but there's something that fascinates me about like branding and like packaging and like the way like a box looks for a consumer to like be drawn to and make them want, like there's something about that kind of like whatever thing phenomenon that like is really interesting to me. And I like look at this and I'm like, I like this box, like this is cool. Makes me want to buy it. And then sometimes I look at a box and I'm like, how does a consumer know what this is? I feel like I'm not supposed I shouldn't be buying this. It's really really interesting. It's just
I feel like watching your toy hunts. I kind of get that vibe though.
Oh,
Because,
really?
Like, yeah, I feel like there's times that you walk down the aisle and like, even not, I don't remember you doing like cereal aisles too much, but like you're walking through like Walmart or something like that, and you see like a Superman, like a binder or something, and you're like, damn,
Oh yeah.
this is pretty sweet. Like, and
Yeah. I'm such a sucker. Put Superman on anything, and I'm like, okay, I'll buy this.
See,
I'll buy. I have a little mini fridge over here, and I have an unopened can of Arizona iced tea that I bought simply because there was a picture of Superman on it, and I haven't opened it yet. And I've got the like they put Godzilla on like PBR. I bought one of those because it's cool, and I'm such a sucker for the packaging. I'm like a corporate like IP's like dream. I'm just like slap something on there and I'll buy it.
I can't speak too much though, because I love like I got into comic books, and I've gotten into comic books for the comic book art, for the cover. Like, and
Oh man,
like part of my wall in my room is literally lined with comic books. So I have like Static Shock and Venom and Steel. I couldn't tell you what happened in any of them, but just the cover of it looks awesome. You just buy it.
Yeah.
Like,
when I was really into, because I had to stop myself when I was really collecting comics too, and yeah, the variant covers were really bad. And every month they would have like a theme, at least DC, because I collect more DC, and they would have like a theme, and like all like the Green Lantern would also have this, and this would have this, and they would all have these variant covers with the same theme, and I'm like, well, I gotta get them all. Yeah, so and then they started doing the splash covers where they would have no words, no title. It was just the cover that just had the picture. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm so glad I'm not doing that
that's
anymore.
part of the problem too, because there's some that I'm like, I love this because I'm looking at my wall right now, and I'm almost like, I have like maybe 4 more spots left, and I'm just kind of saving those for like, because the bottom line, I should say, is just all one-offs of different things that I like. And I'm looking at them like, there's so many covers up here that if there was no wording and licensing things and everything on the front, I would love it even more. Like, it looks great now, but like,
yeah.
So like comic book art sucks me in every time.
Yeah, I got the feeling. I got rid of all of my comics except for a small little, I don't know, like half of a comic box full that I have a couple, mostly Superman stuff, but a couple that I'm like, I think my favorite, my most proud one that I had was like, I've got the cover from Hush where Superman's holding Batman by the neck. Like, I have that that original cover, which that one was really cool. Just little ones like that.
See, like I'm a big Static Shock person, so like I have like all the 90, like 95, 96 Static Shock, all the old school covers and stuff like that. I have like all those on my wall. Yeah, like
that's awesome.
And now, I mean, and now as I have some of your pictures, now I have to find space for your pictures on my wall.
That's
like,
awesome. Thanks, man. That's really cool.
Yeah, like, but that's my thing. Like art, no matter what it is, like that's kind of my issue, I guess, with some figures, because I see like sometimes the box art alone on the figure gets me. I'm like, damn, I don't even know how this figure is.
I know,
but just the box art kind of catches me. Like,
I know, yeah, and then that makes me want to not open it, which is like
fair, fair enough.
Depends on like sometimes I'll buy two or whatever.
Now you're one of the rock, one of the stock person. Oh God,
very rarely, very rarely. I've really changed a lot of my ways. I feel like something hit me at one point where I'm really glad I did. Where I'm able to say no, and I'm able to say I don't want that. I want this, so I'm going to buy this. But that I can confidently say I don't want this, and it's okay that I don't buy it. Which it's hard as a collector. Sometimes because I see everyone else wants this, so I guess I should too. It's like, I don't actually want it. It's crazy.
I feel that I'm not a completionist at all in my collection, and I feel like I'm actually kind of happy about that, because I see a lot of people get very, very anal about if once you start this line, you have to have every single one, and I'm just like, nah, I only pick what I want. Like, I really do.
And I'm really glad that that doesn't hit me too. Yeah, that's tough. It's very tough.
Now,
so when you were in the full screen mode, I saw your Major Chip Hazard over there.
Oh,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Here you go. I got you.
So that's definitely one of the. I mean, I want to say that's one of the OG, but like, is there anything but the OGs of those? Like, probably not, right?
Nah, because there was only those, and then there's the
they did like
the Burger King ones. And
there's like Burger King or something, right? Yeah.
Then they had 6-inch ones too.
Okay.
They have a 6-inch line. Mm-hmm. Oh, here you go. Because I mean, since we're on the topic,
Archer.
Archer too. Now,
Emissary of the Gorgonites.
This is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. Like,
I love that movie. I mean, anyone who's an action figure person like we are, of course, it's one of our favorites. But even as a kid, like I really loved that movie, and I watched it all the time.
All the time.
And it's funny because to me it seems like everybody loves that movie, but I feel like in reality it's something that hit a very specific generation really hard, like us when we were kids. But like anyone outside of that, either after or before, doesn't know about it at all, and or they don't care about it at all either. And it's really interesting because it seems so like apparent to me, because like all of my friends and stuff loved it, but it's just a very specific generation of a couple years who really liked it, and then anyone before or after missed it. But yeah,
I mean, I agree. I actually just watched it. I rewatched it like 2 weeks ago because it's on YouTube for free. And
is it?
Yeah.
Is it like HD and everything?
Yeah, it's good. It's not like some bootleg guy sitting up in the movie theater like this. Like,
it's not like 480p or whatever.
No, it's like good. It's crisp, and I've been looking for it for years. I was like, I want to watch it. And I think it was on Paramount Plus. I think it was but it was like you had to pay for subscription. I was like, I'm not doing all that. And then like I just searched it one night randomly on YouTube. I had a couple drinks and everything. I had some beers. And I was chilling, and I was like, no way. And I clicked that shit. It started to play. I was like, oh, this is my night. Cool. This is my night. It was like a grown ass man still just watching Small Soldiers, and I was like, I still want to collect. That's one thing I do want to say. I do want to collect that entire line. Like that's just not completed. But
interesting. I don't know. Like I feel like every once in a while at a garage sale or something, that's probably where you'll stumble across it.
They're pretty expensive. Like they're a pretty expensive line, like especially when you see them in the box and stuff. I don't know if you've heard of like
They're-
Shop Your Curiosity, the show, but I saw them last year. They were in Connecticut. I saw them last year, and they were like $50 to $100 a piece. Like they were in the box. When they were in the box, they were nice, but they're expensive. Expensive line to collect.
man.
So, mm-hmm.
So if you could have anybody make new versions of those,
Ooh,
what
oh,
would you want?
damn, is this my show or your show? Damn, that's a good question. I don't even like. Who would I think would do a good job making these? I only because I can't. I'm not saying like Hasbro, Mattel. They'd piss me off. They would do something to piss me off. Like,
You know,
like,
I think one thing with Mattel, because I think they did a really great job with the redone Street Sharks toys.
okay. Mm-hmm.
Because those were actually like I was kind of amazed because not only did they like capture the way they used to be, but they upgraded them a little bit and gave some new like I think they did a really good job. So I don't know if Mattel did it. I'd be happy if anybody decided to do it.
Yeah, I don't. Would you want them? Would you want somebody to really bring them back though? Like,
yeah, I would definitely like it. But
I feel like I'd be scared. I feel scared because like
I mean,
I want like
if somebody did it and they sucked, then don't worry about it. Just stick with the old ones. You know,
don't worry about it.
they're not deleting the old ones. You know, they're
True.
the
True.
old ones are still around. So if you want to stick with those, you can always do that. I think would be kind of cool because I would like them to still maintain them being pretty big because they were big.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they were.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Like if somebody like Mondo, I feel like Mondo would kind of be because I don't have that many Mondo. I have one or two, and they're like like 1/6 kind of. So maybe they're a little too big. But if
They do have a 1/12 scale now though.
Oh yeah, it's true. They do, right? They have some He-Man, right? So I feel like Mondo would do a good job because they seem to specialize in like capturing like a very specific stylization that was from a certain time period, like a retro stylized. Like I feel like they could do a good job, but each figure would be like $200, which would not be cool. But I feel like I would be if I were to just get Major Chip Hazard and Archer. I feel like I'd be okay with that. I'd be good, and then I'd call it.
Fair enough. I have how many Mondos do I have? I got one. So I have the Unreal Monsters 3-pack.
Oh,
I got that. Yeah. Remember that cartoon, right?
Yeah.
I remember. So I have that 3-pack. I have Scott Pilgrim, and
oh yeah, Mondo. Okay, yeah, they've done some. Those are those 1/6? Those are smaller ones, right? Or am I thinking of something else?
They're 1/6.
Okay.
Yeah, they have Scott Pilgrim. So I've seen them, and then there's another thing, Bottleneck Gallery. They do Scott Pilgrim stuff too. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, they had a 3-pack that they came out with on Bottleneck. It was Scott, it was the drummer, and it was the other guy, the singer, and they had like a whole 3-pack bundle. And I missed out on that pre-order. I still hate myself for that, but that's another story. Now, if you're since you're a 90s baby like I am, do you not want some type of 90s cartoons figures? Like I feel like we're overdue for it. I feel like you named Recess earlier, and I know that for me that came on ABC. I would love a TJ Detweiler figure. I would love stuff like that.
So the cartoon era that I think is most like I don't know strong in my nostalgias is more on Cartoon Network because we did get cable eventually. So it was the Cartoon Network where like the era of Dexter's Laboratory and Ed, Ed and Eddie and Johnny Bravo and that age, and that's what I want.
I would. Oh God, I talk about this all the time. I feel like I do videos on this. I would love I don't know how you could do it. I don't know if like a Cartoon Network line or I don't know what you would do, but I even like did you watch Codename Kids Next Door?
Yeah.
Like
that was in that same time period, right?
Yeah, I want those, and I know Mezco's doing Samurai Jack. It's gonna be nice, but you're gonna pay Mezco price.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, and I feel like I always go back to them, but I feel like they have a great. I feel like they're great at being able to kind of rip cartoons off the screen and make them into figures. But Jada, like I think Jada could do a great Cartoon Network
Yeah.
line.
I feel like so often when the conversation comes up, "Ooh, who should make this?" Oh, Jada. Jada is usually the one.
Yeah,
But I agree. I do think they would be good for that because yeah, they've done great with cartoons. This might not be like I think Super 7 might be kind of good with that. Even though I like Super 7, but I do believe that I think their prices are not very they're they're
yeah.
they're too high. They're too high. But so if I think it because they did the SpongeBob figures, they did they did
Mhm,
Squidward, Patrick, and SpongeBob and Sandy, and I
mhm.
like those a lot. I think they did actually a
Okay,
really great job with those. So I could totally see, and I think they do great with accessories too. I think
yes
it,
they do. They give a lot.
yeah. So I
They give-
think I could see Super 7 doing it, or and Jada would be good too.
I feel like my only thing with Super 7 is, and this was like the scaling is what got me with Super 7 because I
Yeah, they're a
wanted
little big.
yeah, and I wanted stuff like Pinky and the Brain. I love those figures. Like the look of them were cool. And again, it's another like line that I would love, but again, like you can't have Pinky and Brain both be 8 inches. Like they're supposed to be like lab rats. Like
Yeah,
and Pinky
yeah,
was taller than Brain, so
yeah.
like you can't make them both 8 inch tall figures. That didn't make no sense to me. That's why I was just like I can't get into these as much as they look good. Like and again, like you said, 55, $60.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Like can't do
Yeah.
it.
So yeah, I think Jada would be a really good. They'd be great for that. I can't think of who else would. Who else goes deep into the nostalgic stuff?
That was my biggest thing too, because I was like, as far as those, like I didn't even, to be honest, I didn't think too much Super 7, but that's a good point too, because they've done some pretty decent figures, but I was like, you're not gonna get like a Hasbro Mattel doing that stuff.
No.
They're not gonna do those. So like you can look at Jada's Scooby Doo line. That, I mean,
Yeah, they're good.
did you get some of those?
Yeah, yeah. I got Shaggy and the Mummy, and I made a video too, and I made a big stink about how the heck am I supposed to take a toy photo now with this without Scooby Doo? This is stupid. And then all the comments were like, "Bro, they already said they didn't because of this." I'm like, whatever. It's not here.
I'm trying to think if it's a good point. I don't know who else could really do them, because you can't look at NECA can't do them. NECA's like too realistic for them. I feel like they're too realistic for like a Johnny Bravo. Like the Johnny Bravo will be
Yeah, you're
like
right. Because yeah, NECA doesn't do a lot of like, or do they at all? Anything like kind of animated, or it's all like they
I mean,
do the
like
Muppets
Turtles,
and
but
yeah, sure.
yeah,
Yeah, they do the right. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about the turtle stuff.
yeah, they
So,
do
so maybe
Turtles.
I could see. You know what? I could see NECA doing that.
Yeah, I kind of just screwed myself with that comment.
Actually, I think that's a good choice. You know, if they decided to do it, I'd be very happy with that.
That'd be cool. NECA has so much going on because now they have Sesame Street. Now the Muppets are coming out, and I don't
Right?
know if you were like I don't know if you collect those lines,
Nope.
but see so you just knew like I gotta stop somewhere.
Yeah.
See,
Oh, here it is.
yeah, I got Bert and Ernie, and I don't have the count, but I got Bert and Ernie, and Muppets is coming, and I gotta get a Kermit the Frog at least. Like I get the
What about the Big Bird? Big Bird is big, right?
Big Bird's gonna get
It's
got.
not out yet though, right? That's
No,
not
no,
out,
no,
but
no,
it's
no, no.
coming out. I did see it at New York Comic Con. I think
It's
it
big.
was. Yeah, it's really big.
I
It's
think
really,
it's
really big.
8 inches. I think.
I really, for some reason, I'm thinking
Oh,
like bigger, but maybe
really?
I could I don't know. I could absolutely be just. It's my mind, creating something.
Let's see. You got, like I said, you got Muppets coming out too now. And were you a Muppets kid though?
Not so much. I think my older brothers watched Muppet
Mm.
Babies.
Oh, I love
Um,
Muppet Babies.
but I remember seeing a few of the Muppets movies in theaters. Like,
Mm.
what was the one? I think it was like Muppets in Space. Was it called Muppets in Space? And then, like they had aliens come down, and Gonzo was like the main character of this one. I remember seeing that one in theater. What? Okay, now I gotta Google it. Muppets
Yeah, I was like, that one don't sound
in
familiar at all.
Space
Oh,
movie.
geez.
Muppets
Damn.
from Space, 1999.
Damn.
Muppets
Yeah,
from Space. Yeah, that was
I
good.
don't-
I remember seeing that in the theater. But besides that, I don't have a whole lot of Muppet in my childhood.
That was my like because so you said you were a Cartoon Network guy, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't learn about Cartoon Network until like later. So I was like a big Nickelodeon kid. So I want I want Hey Arnold figures. Like,
Oh yeah.
Like-
Hey Arnold.
give me
was
Hey
huge.
Arnold, give me Rugrats, give me Doug.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like
Those
we
are
need all of
huge.
those. Yeah.
Those are
like,
huge.
like
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
I don't
SpongeBob
know.
is still doing great.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, SpongeBob's always gonna have stuff come out. Always.
what else? What else?
But I mean, like Doug was one of my favorite cartoons, like ever.
yeah,
so
Doug would be good.
Yeah, I need a Doug. I need a Quail Man.
Quail Man.
Like I need
Yeah.
that. I would love like the Beatles, or not the Beatles, the Beats, the band that they used to go see.
Oh, nice. Okay. I don't
Yeah.
remember them.
Oh yeah, they used to have the Beats, and after every song, after every episode, they would do like a song at the end of the show, and they would have the Beats. The Beats used to they were like a whole mega band, and they used to just walk around Doug's neighborhood, and just be like regular people. It was the weirdest thing, but Skeeter and Doug used to like perform with them half the time. So it was like,
Cool.
like,
I don't even remember. I definitely watched a decent amount of Doug, but
yeah. Yeah.
I would love a Reptar figure. But like I want it to be like scaled with like Godzilla stuff because I want to put Reptar like in with my Godzilla collection. I feel like that would be cool.
Okay, I gotta see you do a picture of that.
That's why I want it because I think that'd be so fun.
I gotta see you do a picture of Godzilla versus Reptar.
Versus Reptar.
I need to see a whole city scene with buildings exploding. And I need to see that.
Honestly, like that, I'm surprised that no one's done that. That seems like an obvious choice. Like,
I think
that's crazy.
did they? I think Super 7 did a Reptar.
Really?
I think so. I think.
Or what? I think Mondo did, right? Super 7.
Mondo?
Oh,
yeah,
wait.
they did. They did a vinyl. I think they did a vinyl figure of Reptar.
Yeah, Super 7 did. Yeah, they've got a whole blind box thing of Reptar, but it is a vinyl figure.
Is it small though, or is it bigger? Because I saw something about that. It's small, probably, isn't it?
No, it's big. Wow,
Yeah?
it's really big. Holy crap. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I can send you. Here's the link. I'm sending it. There's like is there a little chat? I'll send it to you on Instagram.
Okay.
Or if you Google it, I'm sure you'll find it just fine. Here you go. Yeah, it's really big. It's I'm sure it was a ton of money, but yeah, just a big vinyl. It looks like
really?
maybe like over 12 inches.
Oh, damn.
Super size. It's literally labeled as.
Now, I mean, I do have a Super 7 Franklin from Peanuts, so I can't complain too much.
All right.
Yeah, I do have that. And that's a line I'm kind of scared that I'm going to get too into. I'm just like, because I did love my Charlie Brown. That I can say. I did love my Charlie Brown, too. And I got put on to that kind of late. But
I think Charlie Brown Christmas was really the only thing that, for me, I remember I watched that like every year, but that's probably really it for me. Yeah.
Oh man, I was a big Charlie Brown person. I got put on to at a young age, so it was Thanksgiving, Christmas, all the specials, the Great Pumpkin.
Yep.
All those. I literally did a video where I just wish I wish for like a Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon to just do lines. Because I mean, even like growing up, I was thinking about like Cat Dog, but I wasn't crazy over Cat Dog. It was okay to me. It was a little
I like
weird.
Cat Dog. It was
just
very
like,
weird. It was a really weird show.
Yeah, like that one was a little weird. But then you had like what was the other one I was just thinking about? Not Cat Dog. Oh, Angry Beavers. I would take that.
Angry Beavers too. Yeah, I didn't watch that one so much.
I loved Angry Beavers. I mean, you have Rocko's Modern Life, but I think Mondo's
Right.
did rock. Mondo
Yep.
did Rocko.
Yeah. I remember seeing that.
Yeah,
So for Nickelodeon, you could there was Rocket Power. I liked Rocket Power a lot.
that would be top 5 for me. Top 5.
Rocket Power was good.
I would need the whole squad. Like,
Oh yeah, that's one you would need all four
Four.
of them. So we
Yeah.
got Otto, Twister,
Mhm.
Sam, and Reggie.
Yep.
All right, wow, I'm
Need
pulling
all
this out
four.
of nowhere.
You need that. Like,
Yeah,
Outer Rocket is like a must have for me. And I always try to say, just be like, I don't want to keep saying Jada, but they're just the biggest company I could think of that would do great figures for it. Like,
it seems like a pretty interesting thing because most toy collectors, especially ones they're around our age now. This is usually the age group because we're the adults with money now. It's all kind of foundationally based off of nostalgia, right? So they must be constantly looking for IP to dive into, and like, how is this era of cartoons not something that they're diving? It seems like the ultimate thing.
yeah, because I mean, like, when you think about like people that are a little older than us now, like their 40s and 50s, and they're still collecting, they're getting a lot of, they have a lot of like their 80s childhood stuff and everything. So I'm just always like, yo, when is our turn? Like, because like when I watch cartoons and like Saturday morning cartoons, I had either ABC7 because I was watching like you said, either Recess or like Pepper Ann or something like that.
Pepper Ann.
You remember Pepper Ann?
Yeah. Totally remember Pepper Ann.
What's it called? Kids WB. And I watched like Animaniacs, but they have Animaniacs Super 7 stuff out again, scaling. Then Yu-Gi-Oh! And I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Before I even knew Yu-Gi-Oh! Was an anime. I just thought it was a cartoon. I was like, damn, this is good. Like,
I mean, what is an anime but a Japanese cartoon? So I mean, you were right both ways.
Right. And Pokemon, and I was watching Pokemon, and I know you're a huge Pokemon guy, so it was like I was watching that. And then when the original, like, I'm not gonna lie, when the original ended, I was kind of hurt. Like when the original, because I didn't think it was gonna be anything after, so I was like, all right, this is it. It's like, and then remember it was like they did a little panning camera shots heading towards the sky, and it was like, we'll see.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, damn, like Ash and his Pikachu did whatever, but he never even won the Poke League, and he had his Caterpie evolve into a butterfly and all, so it was cool. And then like, I don't know, a year later, Pokemon Johto came out, and I was like, what is this? Like,
whoa, what is this? Pichu, Togepi, Snubble?
Right? Like, it just changed everything. And I was like, oh, well, we're starting it back up. And then went right in that. Like, there's so many Pokemon figures that now, like, I feel like, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem.
Oh, no.
Because I see your hunts. I talked to you about this, and I said, because you collect different things, and you're not just like, I gotta get the newest Joe and I gotta get the newest Marvel Legend. Like, I see you collecting all those Pokemon figures, and I'm just like, damn, I kind of want that Entei, and like, damn.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
like,
this is the first time like we've been getting like, I think, legitimate kinds of action figures of these of Pokemon that are not just like Pikachu or Charizard. Or so I think it's actually kind of awesome. And here we are in the 30th anniversary too of Pokemon.
I remember you were looking for Deoxys for like a minute.
I know. and then after I found him, I couldn't get rid of him. I saw him everywhere.
I was hoping for you to find him, and you found him, and you were hyped. And then, like, in the next hunt, you saw him in like every store, and you were like, "Really?" Like,
I know. This is how it works.
And I was just like, now I'm like, I want like a Lucario figure. Like, I want like the Mega Lucario. Like, give me a Mega Lucario figure. Yeah, this is gonna ruin me now. It's just
they'll do it. They'll do it for sure.
Just another line I gotta go down. I'm not looking forward to, but I am looking forward to, because why not?
It's really funny that you mentioned Yu-Gi-Oh. So like, I know that if I watched Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a kid, I would have loved it, and I probably still really love it. But it's funny because I remember Yu-Gi-Oh became popular shortly after Pokemon became popular. And so, with Pokemon, it was the show and it was a game and it was a card game. It was a whole mega whatever franchise. And so Yu-Gi-Oh came out in a similar way. It's like, well, there wasn't really a video game so much. I'm sure there were, but it was the anime and the trading cards. And all of my friends kind of like migrated from being all about Pokemon and Pokemon cards to like being Yu-Gi-Oh and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And I hated that happened. I was so mad. I was like, guys, what do you like? Yu-Gi-Oh's stupid. Why are you leaving Pokemon? Like, this is, even though Yu-Gi-Oh like deep down like was pretty awesome, and I probably loved it. And I so resented Yu-Gi-Oh simply because my friends kind of started getting into that and less about Pokemon, and I really hated it. And so because of that reason, I never really got into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Damn, Yu-Gi-Oh was good. Yu-Gi-Oh was good. There are certain arcs that were better than others, but Yu-Gi-Oh was pretty good. And it was different because it was, to me, I feel like it was kind of groundbreaking for the time because it was like dual monsters, and like Pokemon was just like, go, I shoot, whatever, throw the ball out, they pop out, they fight. But this one was like, it was cards, so they legit would just like stand there unless like you attacked or whatever, or you turn them into defense, and so it was different for the time. But I feel like it was like pretty cool and just like groundbreaking. Now, did you like Digimon at all?
No, I had a similar kind of thing about Digimon, but my friends didn't like stop liking Pokemon and get into Digimon. I just I remember seeing Digimon come out and be like, what is this like, even as a small child, I was able to look at that and be like, what is this cheap ripoff? Like, even though I'm sure that there's something beyond my knowing of like, oh, Digimon and Pokemon, they existed before. I don't know. And I just, even then I was like, this is dumb. Like, what is this trying to be Pokemon? Like, get out of here. Even though when I look at Digimon, objectively and as for what it is, like, that's kind of cool. Like, actually, this guy is cute. I like him.
Yeah.
So I don't really, I should, what I should do? I should go back now. I should go and like, I should watch Yu-Gi-Oh. I should start and like watch. And I should, and maybe I don't know about Digimon. I don't know if I'm willing to at least Yu-Gi-Oh. I should give it a shot. That sounds like a good thing for me to. I wonder if it's on like Crunchyroll. It's got to be, or maybe it's on. It's got to be on Netflix or one. It's somewhere. I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's on Crunchy. Pretty sure it's on Crunchy.
I should do that.
Yeah.
I kind of want to
do it. Give it a chance.
Is there a lot of? Do you know? Is there like a lot of seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah. You'll be in it for a minute. I would stick to just the OG Yu-Gi-Oh because then it gets crazy. Like after the original Yu-Gi-Oh, I was done because then it's like Yu-Gi-Oh like GX and Zexal and there's like 400 different spinoffs. And I'm just like,
as long as I get like Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon, and like Exodia covered, I'm good.
That's it. That's all you need.
That's probably all I can really think of.
That's it. Stick to the OG. The OG is good. You'll enjoy it, and then don't go past that. It's bullshit.
I mean, if I'm all locked in and I'm like loving it, I'm like, I'm gonna keep going.
I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. If you like it that much, like I said, after the original, like I tried to get into some other stuff, and I was like, "You're doing too much. Like you're doing too much now." Like,
cool.
See, that's kind of how I felt with Pokemon for a little bit because I feel like they started. I feel like they got bored for a while. I feel like there's certain Pokemon that like, okay, what?
Don't do it.
What you would what?
I don't. Okay, I'll let you finish your thought first before I start.
Is this a hot take? Is this a hot take?
No, I'm afraid you're gonna go down a take I've heard too many times that I don't like. But I'm gonna let you finish your take first because I'm jumping the gun here.
My only thing is I feel like they got kind of bored with the Pokemon. Like Gardevoir. He's a garbage bag. Like let's be real. He's a garbage bag.
You're doing exactly what I was afraid
you're. Okay.
But you're not wording it in the same way that I thought that most people do. So I'm really glad. I'm glad to hear.
Okay, so what do they say? What do they
Okay,
say?
so it, I'm gonna start a whole rant here that might be
That's why I
okay.
said this is what the
So
show is.
I've been a Pokemon since Pokemon started. I haven't my love for it hasn't even gone down a bit since it happened. So even in the times when Pokemon wasn't popular, I was still really into it. So 2015 is when Pokemon really blew up again, when Pokemon Go came out. And so there's a dark time in between, like when it was wildly popular in the beginning and before Pokemon Go, in the like Gen 4 and 5 era, where it was really uncool to like Pokemon, and there wasn't like you don't like nowadays you go into a store and there's Pokemon merchandise everywhere in every store, and that wasn't the case during that time. So all the time I would be playing like Pokemon White on my DS in college, and people like, oh, they still are making those, like, oh, they ran out of ideas. Oh, there's a trash bag Pokemon now. Oh, they ran out of ideas, and that was always what I would hear, and it would just infuriate me. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Do you even know what like Electrode is or Voltorb? It's literally a Pokeball. How is that any less creative or more creative than Trubbish, the trash bag Pokemon, who's adorable, by the way? And that was a very like common attitude towards Pokemon at the time, and it was just like, ugh. And they ran out of ideas. That's the thing that I was afraid you were gonna say, and even if you did, I would still love you. And so that was a really. But what's really great is nowadays you don't hear that so much because people play Pokemon Go, and there's all these different things, and they're exposed to a lot of those newer Pokemon.
I still play, so. I play Pokemon Go today. So.
Oh, great! Yeah. And so that was a very common attitude. But sometimes you get it. And like, oh, those are real Pokemon. Like Bulbasaur is a real Pokemon. Like, yeah, Bulbasaur is great, but like, there's others too.
So I have friends that I still play with, and whether it's new gen or it's old gen, there's still Pokemon that like we'll put up and be like, they was lazy with this, like, because like you said, Electrode and Voltorb, like. It's a Pokeball, and we're just switching the colors around. One's right on top, one's right on the bottom, and then it evolves. It's like, so even Gen 1, I was like, y'all just was lazy. Like, this was lazy.
Usually that attitude kind of goes towards the Pokemon that are made from like objects and not like animals or plants or something. Like anything that's kind of based off of a thing, like Trubbish and Garbodor are garbage. Which, I mean, it makes sense as a poison type. If you think about it, it's actually kind of a cool idea. Yeah. Or like Klefki, he's like a key ring, and then there's a bunch of, and like Honedge, who's a sword, like
just a sword, just a floating sword.
But like it's usually around the object based ones, and and I get why people don't like those. But again, it's not Poke animals, it's Pokemon monsters. So it's not just based off of lizards and dogs and cats. There's other stuff too.
That's fair. That's fair point. Because there was times where like even like Chimecho, I was like, okay, this is a wind chime, but
he's cute though, right?
I was like, okay, I get it. That's fair. And you had there's another one that was in the back of my head. I can't think of
like an object based one.
Yeah, there's another one that was like, and then. Besides those, then the other one that got me was all the variations in the Pikachu family. And that's not, to me, it's not lazy, but it was just like, where are we going with this? Because you had Pikachu, then you got Pichu, then you got Plusly, then you got Minin, and I'm just like, like,
that's just like and I think that's just a theme they've embraced. Like every generation has the electric rodent. And I think, I mean, I call them the Pika clones. I think that's like the fan affectionately nicknamed title Pika clones. And I guess I love them all, like for what they are. And like I'm like Pikachu's like probably my favorite Pokemon. I love that guy, even though I like Feraligatr and those guys and stuff. But Pikachu's probably like he's like number one.
Oh,
I think he might be number one. Like I have to like tell myself, like, dude, what are you talking about? You love Pikachu. Just stop being in denial.
These would probably. He's not. I mean, he's the OG. He's OG for sure. So I always respect to him, but he's not in my top 5.
Okay. What's top 5?
Top 5 for me. In no order. Do we want order or no order?
I would say no order. Just
No
well,
order.
I think top 6 is probably the best way to do it because you can only have 6 in your party at once. So
Fair enough.
that's right. You got to do top 6.
Okay. So top 6 would be in no order. I don't know if this is cheating, but Dragonite. And
Of course.
see, I was always that kid who thought he was a legendary. And I was like, I always thought Dragonite was a legendary because he was, especially when the first movie or everything came out, he was a beast. He came in, and it was just like, yo, Dragonite takes care of everything. So I was
he definitely was kind of treated as one. Plus, I think his Pokedex number is after Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres in the Pokedex.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. I mean,
and then like I found out he's not legendary. He's just a dragon, and I was like, so this is just okay. Like I guess I felt to me like okay, that makes you even better to me because if you're doing all this hanging with legendaries and you're not legendary, I was like,
he's hanging with them.
like just more respect. So
Yeah.
I'd say Dragonite, Lucario. Honestly, my number 1 is this is the weird one, but Cyndaquil because I love Typhlosion, but Cyndaquil is my guy. Yeah,
Yeah, dude, of course.
I love Cyndaquil. That's 3. Oh, 4. 4 would probably be for a while. I don't know why, but for a while I loved Caterpie just because like he was looked at when he was just cute. Like
Yeah, and if you're like playing the game, like Caterpie is gonna be one of, if not the first one you catch, and you're probably gonna have him in your party the whole playthrough. So you get attached to him. I totally get that.
You definitely get attached to Caterpie for some reason. It's just like you were never really that good, but you were if you watch the show too, it was like, oh, you're like the first thing Ash catches, and like so you always have that little attachment. And I'm not kind of that guy who likes. I like them. Obviously, I see them evolve and everything, but I kind of like them also like when they were small because I love Cinderance's first form, Scorbunny.
Yeah, Scorbunny's. Yeah, I think that's a great example of the first form is better than the final form.
Yeah, especially so my favorite form of him is the second form. I love the
Reboot. Yeah, he's got the like hoodie that's like up there or whatever.
Yeah, and he's got his hands in his pockets and he's just kind of chilling.
Yeah, he's that's good. He's a good mid evolution. Yeah, I agree.
He's like mad cool, and then he goes into turns into like a soccer player, and I'm just like, oh, okay, like
yeah.
And then my 6th one would probably be Delphox, but I love Finnegan.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I think I like Fennekin more than I like Delphox, but
like, you know what I'm saying? It's just the small. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's like that's my thing.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of newer, especially with the starter Pokemon, where I see them in their first form, and I'm like, oh my god, I love them, and then I get a little disappointed when I see the final evolution. And Delphox was kind of that way.
Yeah, but
I mean that's just me.
But it's true because it's like it has like a little wand and
which is cool, which is very cool.
It was a little, I don't know. I feel like that kind of happens a lot. Though. I feel like there's always, I feel like the first form's cute, the second form's like, oh, this is pretty cool, and then the third form is just like, what is this? Like, where did this come from?
Yeah, it's hard. I feel like it's difficult to, because like the beginning form of the starter, whatever, is always going to be cute and lovable, and that's I feel like so much easier to achieve than getting a final like satisfying evolution that's going to satisfy everybody. That's like it's so much easier to achieve, and sometimes they nail it. And actually, you know what? That's not true. They always nail it because like just because I don't love it doesn't mean someone else doesn't love it. Every Pokemon's somebody's favorite, and that's the beauty of it.
Fair enough. What's your 6? Because you gotta be your 6.
Okay, 6. So for Alligator is always he's always been number 1 for me. For Alligator, and Hydreigon is number 2.
Ooh,
Yeah, I really love Hydreigon.
Okay.
I like Agron. So remember the Rock Steel guy from
Mhm,
Gen 3.
mhm, mhm.
Really like Metagross.
Metagross is solid. I like shiny Metagross.
Shiny Metagross. Yeah, Shiny Metagross is so good.
Right.
Let's see. Rayquaza. He's that's kind of a cop out. Everybody loves Rayquaza.
Rayquaza is just a badass,
Yeah.
especially shiny when he's all black. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Shiny Rayquaza is amazing.
Okay.
And then the last one would kind of switch in and out a lot. Like I like Crocodile. Sometimes he's in there. I really like Braviary. I think
Mm,
Braviary's in there, but Pikachu's probably just gonna fill that spot
so that's
for me.
6.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
usually
that.
like the big, chunky like Pokemon, the big chunky, spiky guys. That's usually what I like.
So what was his name? You know what kind of weirded me out was when they started doing some of the megas like Electivire and Magmortar and all that stuff.
Oh
And
yeah,
Magnemone.
they added a new evolution. Like Gen 4 is just full of that, full of baby like pre-evolutions and new third evolutions.
And some of those backstories, some of them started kind of getting funky, like Mimikyu, where it's just like don't look under the hood
I
of
like Mimikyu.
Mimikyu. Or it was
Yeah,
a weird one.
he's got a whole story. He's like a ghost Pokemon he's obsessed with, like he just wants everyone to like him so much, and he's scared that people won't. So he wears like a candy wrapper of something of like a Pikachu candy like over, and so that's what that is. Or it's something like that, and it's because he just wants people to like him.
I read something that was like if you don't, I was like don't look under the hood or something like that. Don't look under the candy wrapper or bad things
Yeah,
happen to Pokemon or something like
yeah,
that.
that's probably in his like Pokedex entry or something. But
Yeah.
one of my favorite things about Mimikyu, and I feel like I'm getting too much into the whatever, but in Gen 7, like Sun and Moon, when he came out, like there was the Z moves. There was a special move you could get called a Z move, and
Okay.
Mimikyu's Z move was called "Let's Cuddle Forever." Literally, word for word, "Let's cuddle forever," and I feel like
That's
that sums up his personality quite well.
that was it's a little creepy. It's a little creepy.
Yeah, right. He just wants to cuddle.
Oh my gosh, that as a Pokemon like, went so far off the deep end that, and for a while I got out of it. And to be honest, though, I did get out of a lot of like cartoon watching and stuff like that. I got to a point where I went from Pokemon kind of shifted more into like anime and stuff like that. So I don't know if you're like I mean, you said Crunchyroll, so I figure you do watch it.
I'm a big anime fan, and I go through phases where I watch a lot of it, and then I stop, and then I watch a lot. Like pretty much all of the big famous ones I've watched, and there's a handful of ones here and there that I haven't. But yeah, I definitely, as far as a kid though, in this like Dragon Ball Z was everything to me. It was a very like major part of being a child was Dragon Ball Z, and I liked Yu Yu Hakusho a lot. Which is I think might still be one of my top favorites. Is
I feel like it's so underrated. So underrated to me.
It's so good. Like I was scrolling on TikTok yesterday, and the theme song came up on like one of the like whatever, and I was just like, oh my god! And I got crazy goosebumps just hearing the theme song.
Oh yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho is like one of the best anime openings. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That song is you get that song, you hear that song, you start immediately jamming. Like you
I'm getting goosebumps now just like thinking about it. But there's a lot of recent ones that have really got me. I think Attack on Titan might be number one. Like it's one of the best written high concept fiction I've ever because I'm assuming you watched.
I watched it.
So I don't remember if it's like season 3 or 4 or whatever, and it starts out and it really starts to like unfold like all of the reason for why things are the way they are, and it's just like and at first I'm like, where are they going with all this? Like, what is all this crap? And I'm like, and it just the way they tie everything together, it's like it really is incredible, like how they were able to, like whoever thought this whole thing up, they had this whole crazy high concept thing up in here from day one, and they just slowly kind of, yeah, it's so well done.
That show got like from the first episode. That show was like, well, I won't say episode 1, but it was maybe like 2 or 3 because it introduced a lot of things. And that first attack from the Titans and everything, they started
Yeah.
like ripping people in half, and I was just like, oh, this is different. Like, and then it just didn't stop. It got bad. Like,
yeah, and it's one of the most beautifully animated too. Like I feel like that and Demon Slayer are the most beautifully animated. They're probably the most like expensive, but
Demon Slayer is incredible. Like that. Did you see the movie in theaters?
Not the most recent one.
Oh,
but the one before that I saw. The last thing.
Mugen
I don't know if I'm trying to remember. The last thing in the anime I remembered was like Nezuko's in the sunlight, and she's like, "I'm okay, I'm not burning," and like, oh, that's crazy. But then I did watch one of the movies. I think I missed the most recent one. Right? There's a couple of movies, right?
Yeah. So there's Mugen Train, and that's the one you probably saw where they were fighting on the train, and then the one Hashira dies to the demon.
Okay, you know what? I watched that in the actually I didn't know that was a movie. I just remember that arc happening in the show. Right?
They do show like that in the show as kind of like a recap, but that was one of the movies that came out.
Oh,
and then,
yeah, okay.
Now they have an Infinity Castle just came out. Infinity Castle.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh yeah, you gotta. I mean, it's canon. It's part of the show. You gotta watch because I think the last of the shows are going to all be movies. Like, there's not going to be any just like seasons anymore. I don't believe so. I think it's going to be like 4 or 5 movies to end it.
It makes sense. I think they're making more money that way. The Demon Slayer movies have all made like record-breaking amounts of money for animated movies, and it's crazy. So yeah,
they're
good
all
for them.
Millions. Like, those movies are incredible. It's funny how going from like watching these animes as a kid and not knowing that they were animes, like you mentioned Dragon Ball Z. Like, I used to, like, me and my brother and my dad used to sit around because at one time we had a channel UPN. It was UPN 9. I don't know if you had UPN, but every day after school they used to show Dragon Ball Z for an hour, just 4 to 5 o'clock every day, Monday through Friday. They would show Dragon Ball Z, and that's when we first found it. Like, my dad was like, "Yo, y'all know what this is?" And like, he turned to it, and it was just in the beginning of the Frieza arc, and that's where we jumped in. And it was like,
actually, that's when I first started. Was in the beginning of the
Frieza, and we literally watched Goku turn Super Saiyan for like 3-4 days. It took like 5 episodes.
Yeah,
it was like 20 minutes of Goku just like screaming and yelling, and Frieza just like waiting to see what happens.
I know,
but that was like the introduction to anime. It was that, and then for me, it was that, and then again Yu-Gi-Oh, and then One Piece, and One Piece showed on TV, and I didn't know that was anime either because that came on Fox 5 for me on Saturday mornings, and that's when I found and that's when I ran to like Luffy and Zoro and all of them. And I always say, like, I watched that show and it went off TV, and I was like, I don't know what the hell that was, but that was amazing, and I'm probably never going to see that again. And then, like, as an adult, I went off to like college and stuff, like freshman year of college, and I was like, yo, this is the show I used to watch. And I started from episode 1.
Is One Piece. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, people were looking at me like an idiot. Like, like, yo, bro, this show's like 500 episodes in at the time, and I was like, for real? Like, and I sat here from episode 1, and I watched every single episode and like caught up to it, and it's like my favorite anime. But even like my cousin put me on to like Yu Yu Hakusho and Rurouni Kenshin and Inuyasha, like all these shows that came on like Toonami and Cartoon Network later on too. That I
Right, Toonami is what I was watching.
yeah, yeah, and I didn't know they were anime. I just thought it was cartoons, and I was just like, maybe these are more teen adult cartoons, but like,
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of things that would come on that didn't really realize they were anime, like Pokemon at the time.
right,
Pokemon's an anime, but
yeah.
yeah.
I wasn't even like allowed to be honest, I wasn't even allowed to like watch Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you know how it is when you're a kid. You're watching a show and it's like all the epic fight scenes are happening on, stuff's blowing up, people are
Right.
dying left and right, and then it's like, damn, this is good. And then like the 1 second like your mom or dad walk past, they see like Faye Valentine and like a bikini and everything's popping out, and you're like, can you like? And they're like, whatever you're watching, turn the channel. Like, it was like every time after that, I couldn't like.
A lot of random anime like that I actually got introduced to through my library, because I remember I would go to the library with my dad and I would rent like a VHS or something. And I remember one time my brother and I rented Trigun, and we watched like it was like the first like 6 or 7 episodes of Trigun. That was cool. And then I rented Princess Mononoke, the Studio Ghibli movie. And I was like, this is crazy. This is like a PG-13 cartoon. And yeah, there's a lot of violence in that movie. But but yeah, it's crazy how you get introduced to stuff.
Yeah,
places.
Listen, we didn't know. Like, we didn't. I just thought I just thought it was all cartoons. I had nothing to do. I didn't know what anime was or any. I thought it was all just kids cartoons and stuff like that. And maybe this is there's some killing in here, so maybe it's a little more PG-13ish. And like that's all I thought it was. I never thought it was just like this is like, no, this is called anime, sir. Like this is something different.
Yep, totally.
Well, I don't want to keep you too long. I know you. I know you got a whole bunch of editing to do, I'm sure.
there's always stuff to do, but no, thanks for bringing me on, man. This is really a great conversation. I enjoyed myself very much.
No, I enjoyed it. It was a different vibe, and again, because we're of similar age, it was fun to talk to you because I knew we were gonna get into Pokemon, and I was like, but there's not too many people I can have a conversation like a good. I'm pretty people are gonna be like, these guys talk about Pokemon for 20 fucking minutes, like.
Yeah, there's a lot of overlap for us.
That's fine. Like I said, I always want to know. The goal is to just come on and just have a good time, whether it's a whole bunch of laughing or it's just like some interesting discussion, hearing somebody else's perspective, point of view, what they did growing up, childhood, stuff like that. And if you're having a bad day, hopefully it helps. And if you're just having a good day, then hopefully it just continues to have a good day. Just that's all the show's about. Like, it just come on and rant for as long as you want. Like you said, I'm going to rant. I said, go ahead. This is what it's for.
Go.
Like, just do you, man. Do you, for sure. But like I said, thank you for coming on. I did want to ask you some more about like your childhood and stuff like that, but just as far as like your Saturday morning, because everybody did watch the cartoons and stuff, and then once cartoons was over, it was like, did you go outside and play with your people all day? Were you a video game person? I wanted to pick your brain a little more on that, but I'll have to have you back on at some point.
Sure, that sounds good.
Guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate everything. Again, go check out SirDork, the channel. Check out his Instagram. Awesome pictures, toy photography. If you're not following him, make sure you do. Until then, keep it locked to the channel, and see y'all next time. Peace.
See you, everybody.